Annyeonghaseyo, all my beautiful people. How are you doing this evening? I am doing another video because I want to recap the Karen Read trial so far. They are not going to have court tomorrow. First of all, welcome to the alternate point of view. My name is Tracy Lee. Welcome to all of my OGs who have been watching this channel. Welcome to everyone who is new. I really appreciate everybody who has been tuning in. We are very small, but we're growing, and I really appreciate it so much. And I really do appreciate all the engagement that I've been getting. I greatly appreciate everybody who is commenting all of their thoughts, and I really appreciate everybody who points out things that I miss, and just like everybody who has something to say. I really appreciate it. It's really awesome because people are engaging in this, and it's great. And I like it because, you know, it just keeps me motivated to make videos, especially because I'm just kind of stuck at home. So anyway, let's get into this Karen Read thing. So like I mentioned before, Karen Read is being charged with the murder of her cop boyfriend. He's a Boston police officer, John O'Keefe. And I keep saying this in every video. I feel like John O'Keefe is being lost in this. His family is being lost in this. And apparently, what I can get out of today's trial, I feel like I do think his family thinks she did it. So his family has been in contact with the witnesses that were on the stand today, the McCabe's. They appear to believe that Karen Read did hit him. Even though they had a very good relationship with Karen, and they did think that she was a really good person for John and the kids, I think that the McCabe's and the Alberts have had some type of influence on the family. So today continued the testimony of Jennifer McCabe, and the defense really did do their best to impeach her testimony. They did a lot of, like I said the other day, Jennifer McCabe, like, she is after Karen for whatever reason, and it is like Mean Girls up there. She went round and round with the defense. She literally was denying ever saying anything. She twisted the words from saying, "Did I hit him? Could I have hit him?" to "I hit him, I hit him, I hit him." She kept repeatedly saying that. But even though the defense attorney, Mr. Jackson, kept saying, you never mentioned that statement in any of your interviews, any of your conversations with police, ever. And then she would quip back with, "Well, they never asked me that." I'm sorry, do the police have to ask you, did she say, "I hit him"? No. That would be pertinent information to say at the scene, or the next day, or the next month, or 6 months later, or, well, anytime, right? That would be something you would say. The paramedics never said that on the scene. No one ever said that Karen Read said, "I hit him, I hit him, I hit him." Now, apparently Karen Read did say, "Did I hit him? Could I have hit him?" So apparently those words were said because those are in Jennifer McCabe's statement. So I guess Karen Read did have a fear that because she did drop him off at the house and she did leave, she did have a fear once they found him in the snow that she could have possibly hit him as she left. And that's what happened. So Karen does, or did at that time, believe that she may have possibly hit him and he froze to death in the snow. Now, it also does come out that Jennifer McCabe searched in her Google search, "How long does it take to die in the cold?" She searched that at around 2 something in the morning, not the first time after 6 in the morning when they found John O'Keefe. So she said on the stand she did not search that at 2 something in the morning. She also said that she willingly gave up her phone, but also that she deleted text message between her and her children. Don't forget that Allie is one of her children, and Allie is the one who picked up Colin Albert from this party. So this just gets keep getting tangled more and more with the Alberts and the McCabe's. Also, Jennifer was very snarky on the stand. She was arguing with the defense. Also, she was putting in a lot of additional information to try to explain her answer when they were just yes or no answers. And she would not answer just yes or no. She would continuously add in more information. And the judge kept allowing it. And then finally the judge would say, okay, just answer yes or no. Can you answer yes or no? And she would literally say, I'm trying to explain why I have to answer it this way. And, you know, she was being very smart alecky. And it was getting to the point where it was almost like a hostile witness situation. So I think that the McCabe's and the Alberts are very, very in line. Again, as I stated in the last video, they're very in line with what their story is. They are very combative against the defense, and they're very out to get Karen Read. And every time the narrative does not match what the prosecution is trying to say, that Karen Read is the reason that John O'Keefe is dead, the defense witnesses make their story match it. So the taillight situation, even Jennifer McCabe says she had a cracked taillight. She didn't say that it was broken completely, because when you see pictures of Karen Read's vehicle, the taillight is completely gone. I mean, there's no red. There's like a corner of red taillight. The rest of it is gone. But according to Jennifer McCabe, the taillight is cracked. So is it gone or is it cracked? Which is it? But they're trying to incorporate this taillight situation so that it looks as if Karen Read actually hit John O'Keefe with her car. But the thing is there's also video at John O'Keefe's house where Karen Read is backing out of the driveway, and she literally bumps the other vehicle in the driveway. And you can't tell if she hits it or not. It's really, I mean, you can't tell. So I don't know if she hit John O'Keefe. I don't know if he fell in the snow. I don't know. I don't know what. There could be many scenarios. So I'm just thinking that this story, like all of a sudden now John O'Keefe today is their friend that they love dearly. Okay. Now we're talking about someone that they have referred to as a dear friend, someone that they have referred to as someone they barely knew, someone that they referred to as that guy, someone that was John, someone that was Mr. O'Keefe, and now today he is my friend, our dear friend who died, and we loved him very much. I am so confused with some of this contradicting testimony that it is just baffling. It's just baffling. And the judge is just allowing so much rope for the prosecution, and she is not for the defense. It's every single day. It is like the same story, different day kind of situation. And again, as I have said in other trials, the defense is usually allowed more rope, especially on cross. Now, on cross, you are allowed a lot more leeway because cross-examination, you are allowed to ask questions because this is your defense, okay? You're defending someone. This is their life in your hands. So you are allowed to have more leeway when you are cross-examining someone because this is what you are having to do. You're trying to poke holes in this prosecution story, and there's no evidence. So far, there has literally been no evidence. This is just a story that the prosecution has made, it's a narrative that they have written, they have yet to show any evidence. There has been no forensic evidence. There has been no cell phone data evidence. So, like, let's say, for instance, Karen Read's cell phone data. Had they brought forth any data to show that they were sitting there in that spot for however long it would have taken her to do this 3-point turn thingy that they're talking about she did? How long was she at the residence to show that she was there? They've not shown anything. The data doesn't lie. So could they show herself? They haven't even done that. Shown any data of Karen Read's cell phone to show that she was actually there and that she had time to hit him and leave him there. And what time did she get home back to John O'Keefe's house? And, you know, like, what is going on? So they've not shown any of that. They haven't shown any, if they're hinging on this taillight, where is the forensics that is matching these taillight pieces that they found in the front yard to her taillight on her vehicle? So that's the kind of information that I'm waiting for to prove that Karen Read actually hit John O'Keefe. All of these witnesses that they're putting on the stand, this is all hearsay. It's all circumstantial. None of this is real information. What about John O'Keefe's clothing? If her vehicle hit him, is there anything on his clothing that shows anything on his body? Are there any bruises? Are there pictures of his autopsy that shows where he would have been hit on his legs or anything? Are there any bruising? Is there anything? Also, you know, they had Carrie Roberts get up on the stand after Jennifer McCabe, and Carrie Roberts even stated that her testimony was different, okay, in the car while they're driving to Fairway. She says that Karen is talking about this Bella girl's mom, and she says that she even mentions it wasn't Carrie that mentioned the other woman that John O'Keefe apparently dated. Now, apparently John dated Bella's mom when his niece was like 5. Okay, his niece is like 10 or 11 now at this point. What are you talking about? And then it was Karen who brought up the other woman that John dated on that street. But according to Jennifer McCabe, Carrie brought up the other woman. So it doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense that these other women are being brought into the fold, that, you know, Karen's thinking that John might be at one of their houses. No, that doesn't make any sense. And then Carrie saying that she said the same thing that Jennifer McCabe said, that Karen saw John's body and she ran over to him and pulled her shirt up and threw her body on top of him. Yet she had to dig John out of the snow. And then she also said the same thing that Jennifer said, that John was covered in snow, like 3 to 4 inches of snow was covering John. How in the holy hell did Karen see John covered in snow from a moving vehicle? And then how did she get out of the vehicle? Because this is another point the defense pointed out, was how did she get out of the vehicle if you guys didn't have to stop? And where did you stop? Did you stop in the middle of the road and she run over? It's snowing, it's a blizzard, it's slippery. What did you do? Neither one of them could describe how in the world they got to the curb, to the roadway, to the whatever. They both were like, well, I guess we must have stopped, or we must have been in the middle of the road, or we must have been they had no idea because they didn't see John. There's no way they saw him. So I don't know how they found John. I don't know if we're ever going to get that answer unless it comes from Karen. But the fact of the matter is that John O'Keefe was covered in snow. Now, Jennifer said it, Carrie said it, that he was covered. 4 inches of snow covering his body. I wish I had something to measure 4 inches. Like, I wish I had a tape measure right now. But like, okay, let's say this is 6 inches. Is this 6 inches? What is this? Is this 6 inches? Okay. Maybe this is 4 inches. I don't know. Okay. So that's covering his body. That's on top of the body. Okay. You're supposed to see someone covered in this much driving through a blizzard. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. So then, after Carrie's on the stand saying almost the same thing Jennifer McCabe is saying, but not exactly, she's saying that Karen is hysterical. She's saying that she's trying to give John O'Keefe CPR. Karen is giving John mouth to mouth. They're trying to save John. So Karen is participating in trying to save John, but Karen is hysterical and she is saying crazy things like, did I hit him? Is he dead? Could I have hit him? What, that's, of course, as those are things that she's thinking because he's still outside. Okay. He's still out by the road. He's over the curb, so she's thinking she could have backed into him or something. That's what she's thinking. She's not thinking that she intentionally killed him. Okay. No one is thinking that. No one is. But all of a sudden, this is the story that everyone's made up. Okay. Don't forget now that there's a group chat amongst the Alberts and the McCabes. They're all communicating. Don't forget that everyone got rid of their phones and upgraded their phones. And don't forget that the Alberts sold their house and got rid of their dog. Don't forget all this suspicious activity and stuff that these people have done. And Karen, let's not forget, from today's testimony is apparently no more than a babysitter with benefits, we find out. So, wow. I mean, the things that they are saying about her and the way that they're making her out to be is like night and day. Okay. Like John O'Keefe's family has had nothing but nice things to say about her. She was wonderful. She and John got along great. She was great with the kids. She and John got along. They didn't have any arguments. They were having a good time that night. Every single person who was around them that night said they were getting along great. They were having a good time. Everything was great. Everything was kumbaya. Okay. And then after this accident, though, everybody just cut ties with Karen. And now she's nothing but a babysitter with benefits. That is rude. But apparently, they went on a vacation. Okay, some timeshare. A whole bunch of people. John's friends went on this trip, and they brought John's friends, a couple of John's female friends, to the stand today. And one of them happened to be he's their godfather of one of his friends, and he was a Boston police officer, obviously, with this female friend's ex. Not ex. She's a widow. His friend had taken his life before his child was born. And he is the godfather to their child. Well, they went on this trip, about 60 people. They all got timeshares. They go on this vacation. And Karen went with the kids. And they had a good time, apparently. But we have to show how Karen is this jealous, raging witch, right? So this is the first time this friend had met Karen, and she thought she was cool, right? But apparently, somewhere in this trip, Karen thought that she saw John kissing that friend's sister, and she lost her mind, and she was cussing her out, saying terrible things, and she didn't even introduce herself to this girl's sister. She just started cussing her out just by seeing her from a distance. So apparently Karen's just this raging, jealous witch cussing out women that she doesn't even know because they're somewhere near John. I don't know how much of that is true. I don't know. I don't know if these are just people that are just on the stand to try to make Karen look like a jealous person. But to me, these witnesses were completely irrelevant. They literally, it didn't make any sense for them to be on the stand. The defense tried to object a lot to these witnesses because literally they were not a part of the incident. They were not part of the group of the McCabe's and the Alberts. They were not they're not Karen's friends. They are John's friends if they want to get up there and talk about John. But they were really just up there to smear Karen, who they don't even really know. They've only met her once. So the stories they were telling had absolutely nothing to do with this case. It was completely irrelevant. And I really believe that, the judge was allowing it for no reason. The defense objected, and the judge said, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Yes, I'll allow you to tell a story about a trip that everybody took that nobody cares about and nobody knows and has nothing to do with this case. Sure, I'll allow it. Yes, I'll allow you talking about what drinks everybody ordered the night you guys all went out to dinner to celebrate so-and-so's birthday. I'll let you talk about all 60 people that were there that have nothing to do with this case and nothing to do with this situation and don't even know Karen. Sure, I'll allow it. No, you don't allow that. That doesn't make any sense. The reason she's allowing all of this stuff is because the prosecution literally has no case. No case. They're hinging everything on what little bitty bit of tidbit of information that they have, and they have nothing. They have nothing. No one knows what happened to John. That's what the worst part is no one knows. There is literally no evidence to show what actually happened to this guy. It's a mystery. Seriously, it's like those guys, those Kansas City Chief fans that died in the snow in their friend's backyard. No one knows. It really sucks because, my God, 3 guys died in somebody's backyard, froze to death, but nobody knows. Somebody knows something, but ain't nobody talking. But I'm just saying, come on. I just feel like this is getting a little nutty. I don't know what the deal is with the Alberts and the McCabe's. Clearly, Karen is not part of this inner circle. But I feel like what's happening, again, as I keep saying over and over and over again, John O'Keefe, something happened and his family is never going to see justice. Karen, I don't know. I don't know if she hit him. What if she hit him and it was an accident and she didn't know? What if she hit him? What if she tapped him? I don't know. It was snowing. There was a blizzard. I don't know how you could not tell you ran into something. He's a big guy, but honestly, I don't know. But today's witnesses were doing nothing but just like smearing Karen, making her look like she was just this terrible person. And then to say this terrible statement that all John saw her as was a babysitter with benefits, that is ugly. That is low. They were dating for almost 2 years. That's really, really low. And I think that they're playing dirty, and I think that the prosecution is reaching, and I think that that's really low because she lost someone too. And whether it was an accident or whether it was something really nefarious happened, I don't think that that's a nice way to present someone when there really is no proof. I want to see some evidence, some real solid evidence. And until the prosecution presents some real solid evidence and not some of this mudslinging, this gossip girl kind of crap, this mean girl stuff that they're doing right now, this case is just a complete and utter circus. So I want to hear what you guys think about it so far. Like I said, it is a long game trial. This is going on much longer than I think that it needs to. The judge is irritated. Everyone's irritated because the prosecution is putting up people just to hear themselves talk. It is not putting anything towards this trial to make it seem worthy of a trial, to be honest with you. So let me know what you guys think about the Karen Read trial. Tomorrow there is no trial. I don't think there's going to be trial for Christopher Gregory tomorrow either. I'll double check. I think it's going to all go on to Friday, and then we'll have a 3-day weekend. There will be trial for Karen Read on Friday. There's a lot of other stuff going on, though. Corey Richins, Alec Baldwin. We should hear something this week about whether his case will be dismissed. I think it will be dismissed. Also, we have just a lot of other things going on. But tomorrow I'm going to do a special video about a tragic event that happened in South Korea back in 1995. So that'll be something to see about in between trials. And there's a lot more trials and things going on, of course. There's never-ending cases and things to talk about. So, but again, I would love your suggestions. If there's a cold case or anything you want to talk about or hear about or put back on the radar that we haven't seen or heard in a while, I can definitely talk about that. So let me know if there's something you guys specifically want to hear. I greatly appreciate it. And keep the comments flowing, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share this channel. Don't forget that over 70% of everyone who has viewed this channel do not subscribe. And remember, I am not monetized, so I don't make any money on this channel. This is all just for fun for now, but maybe one day we'll make a little bit of pennies. And then we can start doing fun stuff, like, I don't know, get some merch going, or, get some live chats going and doing some fun stuff like that. That would be fun. So yeah, I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope you enjoy this content. And if there's anything else you want to see, let me know. And I will see you in the next video. 감사합니다.